Welcome to Quiz Time. My name is Simon and I'll be your host. Sit back, relax, and get ready for the next 100 questions. Let's get started. What is the highest peak in North America? Mount Logan, Mount Rainier, or Denali? Denali is correct. Who signed the Magna Carta? Edward I, King John of England, or Richard the Lionheart? King John of England is correct. How many total electors does the US Electoral College have? 500, 538, or 600? 538 is correct. What is the name of Dany's dragons in Game of Thrones? Dragoon, Rhaon, and Viserion, Balerion, Caraxes, and Syrax, or Dragoon, Vermithor, and Terrasion? Dragoon, Rhaon, and Viserion is correct. Maude was a spin-off of what show? The Jeffersons, One Day at a Time, or All in the Family? All in the Family is correct. What was Harper Lee's first novel? Go Set a Watchman, Mockingbird Returns, or To Kill a Mockingbird? To Kill a Mockingbird is correct. How many paintings did Vermeer create? Around 34, around 55, or around 65? Around 34 is correct. Why was Elvis Presley filmed from the waist up when he appeared on The Ed Sullivan Show? The camera broke mid-performance, his hip movements were considered too suggestive, or he refused to wear pants on stage. The King's hip movements were considered too suggestive. What type of photography did The Matrix popularize? Time-lapse, motion blur, or bullet time? Bullet time is correct. How many years was the Beetle in production for? 44, 65, or 77? 65 is correct. How many years was the DeLorean DMC-12 in production for? 3, 8, or 2? 2 years is correct. Where was Google founded? Mountain View, Menlo Park, or Palo Alto? Menlo Park is correct. Where was Malcolm X assassinated? Detroit, Chicago, or New York? New York City is correct. How tall does the original David by Michelangelo stand? 17 feet, 12 feet, or 22 feet? "17 feet is correct. How long did it take William Faulkner to write As I Lay Dying? 6 months, 1 year, or 6 weeks? "6 weeks is correct. Who starred as Eleanor in The Good Place? Kristen Bell, Anna Faris, or Amy Poehler? Christian Bell is correct. Who played Tony Soprano? Joe Pesci, James Gandolfini, or Ray Liotta? James Gandolfini is correct. Who was the longest-serving Chancellor of Germany? Angela Merkel, Helmut Schmidt, or Gerald Schroeder? Angela Merkel is correct. Why did the English Reformation begin? Henry VIII's desire to annul his marriage and break from the Pope, Protestant invasion of Germany, or conflict over trade routes? Henry VIII's desire to annul his marriage and break from the Pope. What is Europe's largest river? The Danube, the Rhine, or the Volga River? Volga River is correct. What spot in the USA holds the record for the highest temperature ever recorded in the country? Death Valley, California, Yuma, Arizona, or Mojave Desert, Nevada? Death Valley, California is correct. What did the English Civil War result in? The Glorious Revolution, a union with France, the execution of Charles I, and establishment of the Commonwealth. The execution of Charles I and the establishment of the Commonwealth. The UK leaving the EU was known as what? Euro exit, UK split, or Brexit? Brexit is correct. Who was the tallest president? George Washington, Abraham Lincoln, Leonard B. Johnson? Abraham Lincoln is correct. Who voiced Mushu in Mulan? Chris Rock, Kevin Hart, or Eddie Murphy? Eddie Murphy is correct. What network airs Monday Night Football? NBC, CBS, or ESPN? ESPN is correct. How old was Toni Morrison when she published her first novel? 46, 25, or 39? "39" is correct. How many miles per gallon does the Hammer H1 get? Around 25 miles per gallon, around 10 miles per gallon, or around 18 miles per gallon? Around 10 miles per gallon is correct. What was the 26th Amendment? Lowered the US voting age to 18, ended prohibition, or granted women the right to vote? Lowered the US voting age to 18. What was the name of the panic that took over before the year 2000 started? Millennial Scare, Century Shift Crisis, or Y2K? Y2K is correct. What car originally had no exterior door handles, no windows, and no roof when it debuted as a concept in 1989? Dodge Viper, Mazda MX-5 Miata, or the Honda NSX? Dodge Viper is correct. How many awards did Fraser win? 41, 37, or 25? 37 is correct. What video game system was released in 1977? Magnavox Odyssey 2, Atari 2600, or Nintendo Entertainment System? Atari 2600. What is the Venus de Milo statue missing? A leg, her nose, both arms? Both arms is correct. Where did James Baldwin write Giovanni's Room? England, Spain, or France? France is correct. What company owns Hulu? Disney, Paramount Global, or Warner Bros? Disney is correct. Who stars as Iris Steensma in Taxi Driver? Brooke Shields, Jodie Foster, Tatum O'Neal? Jodie Foster is correct. What is Mexico's official name? Republic of Mexico, United Mexican States, or Federal Republic of Mexico? United Mexican States is correct. Why did the UK leave the EU? Taking back control, immigration issues, or high taxes? Taking back control is correct. The Alps mountain range spans how many countries? 9, 7, or 8? 8 countries is correct. What is the largest continent on Earth? Asia, Africa, or North America? Asia is correct. What is Asia's longest river? The Mekong River, the Yellow River, or the Yangtze River? The Yangtze River is correct. What did the Act of Union 1707 do? Created the Irish Free State, united England and Scotland into Great Britain, ended the English Civil War? United England and Scotland into Great Britain. The Kingdom of Aksum is located in what modern-day country? Ethiopia, Sudan, or Egypt? Ethiopia is correct. How long did the Berlin Wall stand? 32 years, 20 years, or 28 years? 28 years is correct. What is the only Portuguese-speaking country in South America? Uruguay, Brazil, or Argentina? Brazil is correct. What actress starred in Annie Hall alongside Woody Allen? Meryl Streep, Diane Keaton, or Faye Dunaway? Diane Keaton is correct. What district in Hunger Games is thought to not exist? District 11, District 1, or District 13? District 13 is correct. What channel did Sherlock air on in the US? AMC, BBC America, or PBS? PBS is correct. Who played George in Seinfeld? Jason Alexander, Michael Richards, or Jerry Stiller? Jason Alexander is correct. What literary group were C.S. Lewis and J.R.R. Tolkien a part of? The Romantics, the Inklings, or the Bloomsbury Group? The Inklings is correct. Who wrote Anne of Green Gables? Lucy Maud Montgomery, Louisa May Alcott, or Frances Hodgkin Burnett? Lucy Maud Montgomery is correct. Who did Grant Wood use as models for American Gothic? His wife and himself, local farmers, or his sister and his dentist? His sister and his dentist. How small is the original Thinker by Rodin? About 27 inches tall, about 6 feet tall, or 12 inches tall? About 27 inches tall is correct. What is the worst nuclear accident in US history? Hanford Site, Rocky Flats, or 3 Mile Island? 3 Mile Island is correct. What word did Lucy use in I Love Lucy instead of pregnant? Carrying, expecting, or in a family way? Expecting is correct. Who originally turned down the role of Neo in The Matrix? Will Smith, Johnny Depp, or Brad Pitt? Will Smith is correct. What did Buffy the Vampire Slayer originally start as? Movie, a novel, a comic book? A movie is correct. How was the Subaru Outback created? A joint venture with Toyota, as a lifted legacy wagon with rugged styling, or based on a Forester chassis? As a lifted legacy wagon with rugged styling. Where was the AMC Gremlin created in the US? Detroit, Michigan, Toledo, Ohio, or Kenosha, Wisconsin? Kenosha, Wisconsin. Who starred as Claire in The Breakfast Club? Ali Sheedy, Mercedes Hall, or Molly Ringwald? Molly Ringwald is correct. What movie did Marilyn Monroe wear her famous white dress? Gentlemen Prefer Blondes, Some Like It Hot, The 7-Year Itch. The 7-Year Itch is correct. What is considered one of the ugliest cars ever created? Pontiac Aztek, Hummer, or the Mustang? The Pontiac Aztek is correct. How old was Hokusai when he created the Great Wave of Kanagawa? 60, 80, or 70? "70" is correct. Who is the main character in Little Woman? Beth March, Jo March, or Meg March? Jo March is correct. What was the name of Phoebe's twin sister on Friends? Ursula, Lisa, or Monica? Ursula is correct. Who plays the main character in John Wick? Keanu Reeves, Jason Statham, or Tom Cruise? Keanu Reeves is correct. What country is Greenland a part of? Norway, Iceland, or Denmark? Denmark is correct. Why was 1960 known as the Year of Africa? Creation of the African Union, 17 African nations gained independence, end of colonial rule in North Africa. "17 African nations gained independence." What is the world's hottest desert? The Lut Desert, the Arabian Desert, or the Sahara? The Lut Desert is correct. What is the smallest province in Canada? Nova Scotia, New Brunswick, or Prince Edward Island? Prince Edward Island is correct. What brought down the Inca Empire? Civil war amongst tribes, Spanish conquest, or drought and famine? Spanish conquest is correct. What did Ronald Reagan do before becoming president? A businessman, an author, or an actor? Actor is the correct profession. What was the name of Harry Potter's mother? Lily, Rose, or Mary? Lily Potter is correct. What was the name of the redhead in Sex and the City? Charlotte, Miranda, Samantha? Miranda is the redhead. Who wrote Little House on the Prairie? Louisa May Alcott, Susan Coleridge, or Laura Ingalls Wilder? Laura Ingalls Wilder is correct. What did Klimt the Kiss use during its creation? Silver dust, gold leaf, or bronze paint? Gold leaf is correct. How many seasons did Gunsmoke run? 20, 15, or 12? 20 seasons is correct. Why were Furbies banned by NASA? Fire hazard, fear they could record conversations, or battery corrosion? Fear that they could record conversations. What was the last car ever personally approved by Enzo Ferrari? Ferrari F40, Ferrari Testarossa, or Ferrari 288 GTO? Ferrari F40 is correct. How long has the BMW 3 Series been in production? 60 years, 50 years, or 40 years? 50 years is correct. How was Pulp Fiction shot? On digital cameras, on 16mm, or on 35mm film? On 35mm film is correct. Who wrote a majority of the Twilight Zone episodes? Ray Bradbury, Rod Serling, or Richard Matheson? Rod Serling is correct. What was the first freestanding nude male sculpture? Donatello's David, Michelangelo's David, or Apollo's Belvedere? Donatello's David is correct. What is the last Harry Potter book? Half-Blood Prince, Order of the Phoenix, or Deathly Hallows? Deathly Hallows is correct. What was the name of the time machine in Back to the Future? Chrono Car, Flux Runner, or DeLorean? DeLorean is correct. Who starred as Bella in the live-action Beauty and the Beast? Emma Stone, Emma Watson, or Lily James? Emma Watson is correct. What country was Singapore expelled from? Malaysia, Indonesia, or Thailand? Malaysia is correct. Who did Brazil declare independence from in 1822? Portugal, Spain, or France? Portugal is correct. What is the largest state in Australia? Northern Territory, Western Australia, or Queensland? Western Australia is correct. What is the smallest Middle Eastern country? Bahrain, Qatar, or Kuwait? Bahrain is correct. What are the native people of New Zealand called? Aboriginals, Polynesians, or Maori? The Maori is correct. Besides Trump, who was the only other president to serve 2 non-consecutive terms? Grover Cleveland, Franklin D. Roosevelt, or Theodore Roosevelt? Grover Cleveland is correct. Who was the voice actress and singer of Ariel in the animated movie? Paige O'Hara, Jodie Benson, or Leah Solgano? Jodie Benson is correct. What network is creating the Harry Potter series? Netflix, HBO, or Disney? HBO is correct. What author wrote the Hunger Games series? Veronica Ruth, Stephanie Meyer, or Suzanne Collins? Suzanne Collins is correct. Who created the Arnolfini portrait? Peter Bruegel, Jan van Eyck, or Hieronymus Bosch? Jan van Eyck is correct. What show had the first interracial kiss? The Jeffersons, I Spy, or Star Trek? Star Trek is correct. What show did Will Smith star in during the 90s? The Fresh Prince of Bel-Air, Martin, or Living Single? The Fresh Prince of Bel-Air is correct. The original Range Rover was only available as what? A pickup, a 2-door model, or a convertible? A 2-door model is correct. Congratulations on finishing this quiz. Please leave your score in the comment section below, and as always, like and subscribe so we can see you next time for some fun on quiz time.